right, we got something super special here today, something that I am very excited for, that ever since I saw photos of online, I was like, my goodness gracious, I need to have that. This is the INART 1/12 scale collectible figure, Batman from The Dark Knight Rises. And of course, I had to get the deluxe version because the deluxe version is the only one that comes with this crazy accurate Bruce Wayne head sculpt. Now, if you don't know already, InArt is a company that has traditionally made 1/6 scale figures, competing with the likes of Hot Toys and such. But now they are starting to dabble in the 1/12 scale market, and they are bringing some serious chops when it comes to sculpt, articulation, detail, all of that. This is a premium figure. This is, not sort of in your class of McFarlane's or Marvel Legends. This is more in the class of like your Mayfex, your SH Figure Arts, that kind of league of figures. It wasn't cheap, in other words. This was not cheap. But I was able to source it locally from a local vendor here in Vancouver, Canada. Shout out to Toy Tards, so I didn't have to spend any shipping there. And the reason why we're taking a look at the bit of the boring box here is because look at this. I've never seen this before on a package, but it says an unboxing video is required as proof for after-sale service. So I've never seen that kind of a warning on a figure package before. Usually if you just submit, an image or a picture of if you have a broken piece or something, that's usually enough for the company to replace it. But I guess I need a video of unboxing this from scratch. So, hey, let this review serve as my unboxing proof. So we're going to open it up here, live on camera, documented, just in case anything goes wrong. I don't know if anyone else has ever seen this before and maybe knows some good reasons, like maybe why companies do that. Please do let me know in the comments, because that is not something I've ever seen before. Inside the brown box, we got, drum roll, another brown box. All right, here is the actual figure box itself. Also a little bit boring. There's no window. Even looking at this, you wouldn't, like, you could easily walk by this in the store, I feel, and not have any idea what this is. Like, it just says Batman Dark Knight Rises, and then if you look closer below, it says collectible figure, but it's not entirely clear. Queen Studios, InArt, deluxe version on the side there. But it doesn't really clearly showcase like what the deluxe version comes with. Maybe it does here in the Chinese or Japanese. Not exactly sure what that is. I think it's Chinese, place of origin China. Yep. But yeah, so it feels like they're really banking on the people buying this, like, know what they're buying. Like, they're not trying to grab people's attention just walking down, the toy aisle of the store or whatever. Like, this is very discreet, very subtle. We're going to open this guy up, which I don't know. Do I need to do this, like, uninterrupted on camera, like, in order for my warranty to be valid? There is Batman. Can't really see Batman, but he is under there. I see Batman. I see 2 mouth plates. See a bunch of hands, some batarangs. He's got the gun thing from The Dark Knight. All right, we got another layer here. Wow, that's nice. You get the styrofoam on the inside. Okay, a little gel packet. Don't eat that. This, I'm not sure. I think this is the cape. Wow, so they packaged the cape nice and separately within here. Yeah, that is the cloth goods cape. And it looks like there are some instructions for putting on said cape and for putting things into his hands. And oh wow, all kinds of instructions on how to move the figure, how to change the faceplates, how to use the accessories and the stands. You get a sheet of everything it comes with, all numbered. This is the part that comes with the deluxe edition, which I believe you get the Bruce Wayne head sculpt and you get the stand. I don't know if you get the stand with the normal version or not. First impressions on this guy are wow. This is just wow. I've only taken the figure out. I haven't looked at anything else yet, but my goodness, is this a hell of a sculpt? Wow. This guy is just articulated to the gills. I mean, the head sculpt there looks spot on. Just the detail in the armor plates. You have a slight kind of brownish on the detail there. That is accurate to the Dark Knight Rises. Look at this, like the ab plates. This is separate. This is separate. Wow. They all move. These shoulder pads move independently, so you can bring them off. They have their own hinge underneath. The gauntlets there. Wow. I mean the belt too. He's got obviously, you know, pinless, double jointed elbows and everything. I mean, the way you can bring these up to adjust the movements to do full T-pose and, you know, bring them down at rest like that. I mean, look at the detail on the plates in the back of the neck there. This is like hand candy, you know, when you're this is definite hand candy. And look at this on the legs. So, you know, there's a cut there on the thigh to turn independently of the joint inside, sort of the diaper waist. Wow. I mean, this is all like the top of the thigh is all on its own kind of hinge too. I'm being delicate with it because it was expensive and I don't want to break anything. I just want to soak it in and admire this gently, you know. Look at the detail down the legs, man. Wow. I think this is the most comic accurate Dark Knight Batman I've ever seen. Even the boots here, the texture on the boots. You know, like the McFarlane one, they just give you, and look at that. There's leather texture on the front of the boots, you know? That's crazy. You can really tell and distinguish the different material types. You know, the depth, like how this is all cut in, all the plates, and they're slightly raised. Like everything looks and feels just like I'm holding a little mini Christian Bale Batman right out of the movie. And that head sculpt, man, and that's not even the best one. We're about to see the best one later, but yeah, that's crazy. Just to show you the way the cape works here, this chest plate piece is removable. It's magnetic. There's two magnets on the inside, and what you do, you just plug the bits of the cape in there, and then that was a little tricky to do because the weight of the cape is kind of pulling back on the pieces, and the pieces, like the flat pieces, don't really hook in anywhere underneath there, so you kind of gotta get them in place and quickly push that magnetic plate on top, which is how I did it. Yeah, there he is with the cape, and it drapes down very nicely. It's got some nice folds in it. It's not wired though, which is a little disappointing. I think this guy would have been, you know, just that much more posable with a wired cape. You know, given how articulated he is, you know, you could really get this guy in a lot of poses, but the fact that he doesn't have, you know, an articulated wire, or not articulated, but a wired cape, you know, to really get in those expressive, you know, dynamic poses is a little bit of a bummer. And the cape also, it is a little bit longer, like longer than he stands, so it does drape a bit on the ground. So getting into some of the things he comes with, he's got this display base, which has kind of a It's not metal. It's like a plastic silver Dark Knight Rises plate on the front there. It's just all solid black. Underneath says Batman INART, sort of the same as the front of the box. I think it would have been cool to have, it's from the Dark Knight Rises, maybe like some broken stone or something on the base here to make it just a little bit more, from the movie. But it's okay for what it is. It's a basic stand. There's also this big plastic piece with the pinchies that you can plug in. I maybe don't want this thing going over the cape because that makes it look bunched up and weird. So I don't even know if I'm going to actually use this plastic thing. All right, as for other accessories, he's got this gun from the Dark Knight movie. This was it, like EMP grenades or something to like disable the electronics of the building. There's there's a nice like translucent blue plastic on the inside there. That's pretty cool. The rest of the gun is just a solid black, which I think is movie accurate. It was pretty much all black. Nicely detailed though. And everything's to scale, like it's not too big. It's not too bulky. Then he's also got this thingamajig. I believe this was also from The Dark Knight. Well, actually, I think I might be mistaking this one for the one from The Dark Knight. Like, this is the one where he was on the roof and he's shooting, like, the sticky stuff with the timers to blow up. This is pretty fragile here. I could easily see that maybe breaking. So I want to be delicate with it, but really nice details. If you can see, but there is a little red translucent piece on the side there of the button. The bronze bars are painted really well. But yeah, I think this is slightly bent maybe. It's a little delicate there. But then he's also got his signature grappling gun, and this was from all the movies. I think he had, with the gold handle. That just looks beautiful. I mean, we're getting the proper colors and paint. Like, it's not just all solid gold plastic like McFarlane or whoever gives you. Like, this is all painted as it appears in the movie, as it should. There's the 2 holes on the side there. Very, very movie accurate. To remove faceplates, remove the head from the neck and use a finger or a tool to press forward and pop the faceplate out. I mean, dude, my finger is like twice the size of this faceplate, man. I don't know if I just took the tape off the accessories and all the batterings just came with the tape too. So these things are super thin. All right, we're going to take a look at all the hands he comes with. So you get 2 pretty much near identical right hand like trigger holding hands. So I'm assuming maybe one is meant for each weapon, but it would have been nice maybe to have one right and one left hand, but it looks like he can only hold the weapons with his left hand. So because here we kind of have a open gun holding left hand. I'll show him holding a weapon shortly. This is the battering holding hand. There it is, holding a battering. This is the tiny battering. So you can get him kind of holding something like that, maybe in a throwing pose. Holy shit. Oh my god, I thought I just lost it. Man, I'm so scared, man. I'm so nervous doing this. This is just, I don't know, sometimes these kind of figures, like, they're too premium. They're too expensive, Like, I feel like I'm going to break them or lose something, man. This is stressful. I'm doing it for you guys, though. Okay. And we have 2 sort of like casual open holding hands. One of each there. So, yeah, okay. We got a pair of that. All right, I don't know what those hands are for. I'll figure out later. And then, okay, lastly, we got open hands. Open expressive hands. And like maybe just throwing a batarang kind of hand. So this is how, you would remove the faceplates. There's a little, I mean, you can't, it's hard to see. Okay, if I put it upside down there, you can see the little opening of the, the front of the faceplate there. So you just pop that off with a little pin or something, push that out, and then you can change the faceplates that way. Okay, this is the reason right here why I bought this figure. I mean, look at that Christian Bale Bruce Wayne head sculpt. The fact that they could get that kind of detail and sculpt at this scale, that's phenomenal. I mean, my gosh, that's crazy. That's this is like having a mini Hot Toy, you know? It's literally like Hot Toys quality in a smaller scale. It's amazing. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they did this. It's crazy. It's literally that's why, everyone's saying this is the figure that changed the game because the detail, everything here, man, it's just that's just breathtaking. I'm just kind of honestly just blown away by this figure. I feel like I need to spend some time with this figure and maybe do like a follow-up video on just everything he can do. Like I'll do some shorts and some things of some different poses. Cause right now I'm kind of just in shock. Like this is just crazy good. Look at that. Man. Yeah. Like the Batman Headsculpt is good. But this is this is like this is on a whole nother level. Like literally even the eyes are painted like slightly watery, like slightly glossy to look like eyeballs. Like it's crazy. The flesh tones, the slight reds and pinks. I this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. So here's the INART 1/12 scale Christian Bale Batman from The Dark Knight Rises, holding his cowl, having just taken it off, perhaps. This guy, I'm blown away by this guy here. The level of detail, the paint, the articulation, the sculpt, everything is top notch. It's almost too high end though, like when I'm holding it, I'm worried that I'm like, oh my god, I'm just being so careful. Some of the parts are so tiny and so easily losable. It's definitely, an adult collectible figure. It's not for playing with, this is for posing carefully and delicately. But this guy, man, so good. Probably, in terms of pure execution, this is probably the best Batman action figure in this scale, period. Regardless of whether or not you think, the Christian Bale Dark Knight is the best, interpretation of Batman, that's irrelevant. Just in terms of pure articulation as an action figure form of Batman, of a Batman, right? This is the best there has been. And I say that I own, like the Mafex, the Hush Batman, which many consider to be the best Batman action figure. I think this is now the new best Batman action figure ever, at least in 1/12 scale. And man, I'm excited for what INART has to come. And we know there's a Arkham Origins Batman. I believe they're going to be doing more of the Nolan characters as well. I think like there's an Anne Hathaway Catwoman. Man, if they do a Heath Ledger Joker, whew, have some of those Dark Knight Metal Batman figures coming, look pretty crazy good too. But I will be doing a lot of follow-up content with this guy because there's a lot to him and he deserves, all the proper attention, and focus when I can do that. So for now, let's call this an early first impression look. Or the proof of my unboxing for the warranty in case anything happens. Yeah, this guy's 10 out of 10. If you're a fan of the Nolan series, if you want the definitive, version of that character, or if you just want, what is technically the best Batman figure ever made, this is it. Look no further. But let me know what you guys think. Are you excited about INART entering the space, or do you want more INART figures? As a DC fan, a Batman fan, I am blown away, and I can't wait to see what they do next. This is amazing. All right. That'll do it for this one. I got a lot of playing to do with this guy to really explore all the ins and outs of what he has to offer. Again, sorry, couldn't do it in this video right here. There will be some follow-up videos. Man, blown away and speechless. All right, catch you on the next one.